Hello, I'm Neetu and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you about some books that you can buy from Amazon for under 100 rupees, and these are some really great pieces of literature, and I think it's great for beginners and avid readers. So the first book in this list is The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond, and this book is a story about a little girl and her blue umbrella gifted to her by a foreigner. And this book is set in a village, and that's the best thing about this book, the village vibes and the simple plot in the story. So I think this is a great book for beginners and children, and I think everyone can give it a try. Next book in this list is 1984 by George Orwell. This book is set in a very futuristic 1984, and like I said, it's a very dystopian kind of a story where the world has succumbed to war and the government is one single entity and the population is under a mass surveillance from the government. It is shown to be a very harsh environment to live in, and if this book is your kind of a thing, then please do give it a try. And I'll warn you that it's kind of a political kind of a story, so yes. Seen this book in everyone's TBR or favorite list, so yes, I think it's worth the try. The next book is my favorite from this list, and it's The Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It is about a German scientist who goes on an expedition to the center of the earth with his nephew and a local guide. So this book is actually set somewhere in Iceland, and they go on this exploration of kinds and they find an entire new world under the surface of the earth. And if you like science fiction, and I think you would definitely like this book. The book in this list is one that I think everybody should read at least once. It's The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. This book doesn't really need an introduction. This is a very heartwarming and chilling tale about a young girl and a family who was forced to go into hiding when the Nazis invaded Holland, and years later she was captured, and her father published her diary as a book, and it was translated to many languages years later. And this book is everything about the hardships and the torture and the terror they had to go through living in hiding and desperately hoping not to be found by the Nazis. The next book is The Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and I personally love this book, and it's just such a sweet story. It's about this girl named Sarah Crewe, who is a very wealthy and very intelligent girl. She goes to this posh boarding school, and unfortunately, in a turn of events, she loses her father and she goes from riches to rags, and the school authorities start treating her like a servant, and she is made to do all the housework, and she is not even allowed to take normal classes like the other girls in the school. And again, she is very kind and she's very thoughtful even when she is faced with all these very bad people, but in the end of the day things go really well for her, and that's the story. So yes, I think this is a great book for kids, and every kid should really read this. Some of my favorite books from the list, and I think there are many more books from popular authors out there for less than 100 rupees. I think we should really take a look, and that's it for today. Leave down the links for each of the books mentioned in this video in the description box, and if you enjoyed this video, please do like, share and subscribe. See you next time.